Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today is a very simple video. It's basically what we do on all our machines that we sell. Well, most of them, but about 95% of our machines get tested with actual dough. So we as dealers or sellers, we like to take all the precautions and make sure that everything that we sell is working properly, so we don't have to go back to the store, do repairs on site. We rather do any necessary repairs in our shop. So we have our 60 core here. It's a single phase 1 horse that is getting tested, mainly for the motor to make sure that everything is working properly. And the second thing that we check is our nut. What happens is while mixing, once the dough starts getting hard, what will happen if this nut is worn out, if no longer good, this arm or wheel by itself will slowly start dropping by itself. So it's a simple, well, not that simple on the old unit, because to replace this nut we had to remove this rail. So only our right rail needs to be removed, but this arm literally needs to come out in order to replace this brass nut. So first thing that I check is motor, and the second is this wheel, make sure that it stays in place while mixing. So that's a single phase one horse. This is a legacy that is also getting tested today as a single phase. Probably this is a dual voltage, single or 3-phase. Our next unit that is getting tested, it will be another 60 core 1 horse. Same thing, that's why I haven't put the back panel. I want to make sure that we don't have to replace this nut, or if we have to, obviously that's what we're gonna do. And this is another old unit. When you don't see a long bolt here, it means that this unit is a really old design, so this rail needs to come out. The stopper for this old unit is here in the center. Here's the adjustment down here. To adjust the height, you'll be down here. Sometimes this bolt gets really hard, but to adjust height, it will be here in the center, so 19 millimeters or 3/4, and then you just adjust according to your desire. But yeah, you don't see a long bolt here as a stopper. That means that the stopper is underneath here. There's a big piece back here that once this is all the way up, it will stop inside there. So the other unit, the stopper is a long screw and it will stop somewhere in here. But you can see this old design doesn't have the big chunk here to stop. That's why the stopper is underneath. This 40 core is getting tested right now to the maximum. That's 25 pounds of flour and water. It's a single phase. And this one, not much to test except the motor. No handle wheel, so this is just a handle. We're gonna check for amperage, make sure that it's pulling the right amps. And yeah, let me see. Here we have a unit that has a stopper in the middle. This is what I mean by stopper. You see, this is much thicker. The stopper, this arm stops in here, no stopper underneath. So adjustment is also here. Same thing with this unit. Even though this is an old unit, this has been modified with the arm switch, and you can see the stopper there. That will need to be fixed because that stopper is supposed to stop there, but you risk that this screw goes all the way up here and then this is gonna break. I have seen this break on these older units if this is not proper adjusted, or it has a tiny corner here that where it's supposed to stop. So this I will have to either get a longer head and make sure that this doesn't go all the way through the stopper, but that will be another project. But anyway, here's our 40 core getting tested right now. Timer will get tested. Let's put 8 minutes. I like to start hard and then we start adding water to it. You get a container. I don't like. I don't like to see this movement here. Moves quite a bit, so that needs to be addressed. I will do it right now. It has like a stopper also in there to adjust it. Probably gonna finish our load test and we'll see. We'll see. Our amperage is good, fully loaded. It's supposed to be between the number. Use a 14 amps, I believe. See it here. Actually, it's 8, but fully loaded should pull around 40 amps. Thermal protection. Jump into our next unit, which will be the 60 cores. Okay guys, now we are testing our 64. This is a 1-horse brushes style. I feel like this is too much, but actually very good. It's not stopping. This is a 4-horse motor. I believe this is about the capacity. It's more than 50 pounds of flour. Now as a dough, but so far they were good. Nice. Jumping between 6 to 14 amps. Overload a little bit, but for our purpose of testing, I like to put maximum strength. Our wheel is good, has a lube. The door is also a little hard. I think this unit will pass the test. It's fine. 4 has been done. This one is also. This will be a pass. Hey guys, so continuing with our video, here is our 60-core Hobart Legacy with steer function. Our first speed, everything's automatic. We have about almost 90 pounds between flour and water. This mixer is a 2.7 horsepower, very capable of handling that amount though. No problem, we can go to second speed. Third mixer test today. Try to make sure that everything works before we send these units out. Right now I'm testing it as a single phase. This mixer is capable of doing also 3-phase. As you can see, we have leave our third line open because we're not using it as a 3-phase. When connecting as a single phase, you need to connect line 1 and line 2. You leave inside the mixer line 3 protected or covered with a cap. That's if you're gonna use it as a single phase. But yeah, mixer is working good. Working properly. It's ready to go. Guys, this is our last unit of the day. Another single phase 1 horsepower. Again, we're testing the strength of the motor and this wheel. So far, that's good. Currently testing our legacy mixer. This 64, this 44. There you see that slide. A little bit of water. And this is it's gonna be the end of our video. These mixers are available for sale. We are in San Jose, California. My contact number, you can reach me out at 408-806-8960. And we have a good mixer here also. Take a look at our amps. It's not too bad. About 70 pounds, 65 probably pounds between flour and water. I'm gonna add a little bit more of dough just to make it a little bit more challenging for the machine. Alright, that's 90 pounds of dough. You can hear the motor. You can hear it. You see the amps spiking up, but we are under normal stress. Test to ensure the machine will perform. horsepower, recommended to use only speed number 1. This for a bakery, you're gonna mix bread, some type of mixture of bread. It's not recommended because bakers would like to jump into second and even third speed with a large amount of dough. And with 1 horsepower, it's not enough. It's not strong enough. You need at least 2 horsepower to do that. But 1 horsepower for any type of mixed dough, bread dough, should be good. Unless you need to jump to second, third, then it's an issue because the machine is not gonna mix it. Let me show you really quick. Let's jump to second. And that's not because the machine is not capable, it's because it's not strong enough on the motor. It's only 1 horse. And you can see with on first speed, no problem. That's why I do this type of test or demonstration to educate our customers, make sure that they don't abuse or overload this machine. Probably you can do second and third, but with half of what we have in there. And also, I do recommend instead of 50 pounds, do a 25 bag of flour to prolong the life of your unit, especially if you have a 1 horsepower. Alright guys, this is our video for today. Again, you can reach me out at 408-806-8960. We're in San Jose, California. And sometimes don't have the time to answer messages on YouTube or emails, but that's why my number is in there. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Until next time, God bless you everyone. See you next time.